Hello friends, I am Santosh Khule, Assistant Professor of PVP College, Pravaranagar. If you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe the channel and click on bell button. Due to this, when I upload a new video, you directly get a notification into the inbox. Today we study about Boolean algebra rules, Boolean laws and De Morgan's theorem. Boolean algebra symbols. It is very important when we have to study the Boolean algebra. That time which symbols are used in Boolean algebra is most important. The first symbol is nothing but the dot sign. The dot sign is also expressed as multiplication, indicates logical product of two terms. A logical product of two terms A and B is expressed as A dot B, or it also called as A and B. Second symbol is nothing but the plus sign. The plus sign indicate the logical sum of two terms. A plus B represent logical sum of terms A and B. It also called as A or B. Third symbol is nothing but the overline. A sign overline indicate that the term which are overline are to be complemented. A bar represent the complement of term A. So overline is also called as the bar of a particular sign. Next is Boolean postulates. The Boolean algebra is based on postulates which is originated from three basic functions: and, or, and not operation. Logical multiplication. First logical multiplication is 0.0 is equal to 0. Second, 0.1 is equal to 0. 1.0 is equal to 0. And 1.1 is equal to 1. Second, logical addition. Here 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. And 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Third is logical complementation. In logical complementation, we say if we apply the input 0, the complement of 0 is 1, and when we apply 1 complement, we get the output 0. Next is Boolean laws. First laws is laws of intersection. Here A dot 1. So here we say that A dot 1 is nothing but the AND operation. In AND operation, we say that one input is A and second input is 1. So now we know that the output of AND gate is become 1 only when both input is become 1. Now we consider the first case, A equal to 0. Now what happen if the one input of AND gate is become 0, that time the output is become 0. Now we consider A equal to 1. What happen? Both the input of AND gate is become 1, so we get the output 1. So it indicates that the output of AND gate is only depends on the input A, and that's why we say A dot 1 is equal to A. Second, A dot 0 is equal to 0. So here what we consider, if we apply one of the input of AND gate is 0, then we does not worry about the second input, and we directly say that the output of AND gate is become 0. Laws of union. In laws of union, we study the first rule, A plus 1 is equal to 1. So here we consider the OR gate, because laws of union itself indicate that it is the OR operation. So here we consider the one input is A and second input is 1. If we say that OR gate has one of the input is 1, it directly produces the output 1. So we does not worry about the second variables. So here we consider A equal to 0. Then what happen? 1 plus 0 is become 1. And if we say that A equal to 1, that time 1 plus 1, again we get the output is 1. So we say that A plus 1 is equal to 1. In second rule, a plus 0 is equal to a. It means that if the one of the input of OR gate is become 0, then output of OR gate is depends on second variable or second input of the OR gate. So here we say that a equal to 0, then the output of OR gate is become 0. If we say a equal to 1, we get the output of OR gate is 1. So this rule says that when one of the input of OR gate is 0, the output of OR gate depends on the second input. Next, laws of tautology. In laws of tautology, first rule is a dot a is equal to a. So here we are say that if the both input of AND gate is same, then we get the same output. So here we say if value of a equal to 0, then obviously the second input is also 0. So 0 into 0 is become 0. And if we are say that a equal to 1, then both input of AND gate is become 1 and we get the output 1. So a dot a is equal to a. Second, a plus a is equal to a. Again we consider the OR gate. OR gate has the two inputs a, and we say that if the value of a equal to 0, then both input of OR gate is become 0, so we get the output 0. If we say that the value of a equal to 1, then both input of OR gate is become 1, so 1 plus 1 is become 1. So the output of OR gate is only depends on the value of a. Next, laws of complements. So here we are say that a dot a bar is equal to 0. So here again we consider the AND gate. AND gate has the two inputs a and a complement. Now if we consider the value of a equal to 0, then what is the complement? Is nothing but the 1. So AND gate has the one input is 0 and the second input is 1. But it does not have the both input 1 1, so it does not produce the output 1. So we get the output as 0. So that we say a dot a complement is equal to 0. Next, a plus a bar equal to 1. So here again we consider the OR gate. OR gate has the one input is a and the second input is a bar. So right now what happen, when we say a equal to 0, the complement is become 1. So input is get 0 plus 1 and we get the output 1. If we are say a equal to 1, then complement is become 0 and 1 plus 0 again 1. So it says that a plus a complement is equal to 1. Next is the laws of double negation. Here we say that a double complement is equal to a. So here we draw the one diagram. We consider the two inverter here. One inverter or first inverter has the first input as a and it produces the output a bar. Now those a bar is applied to the second inverter and we get the output as a double complement. So a double complement is nothing but the itself as a. So here we prove that representation. We consider the table. First column says the input a, second column y is equal to a complement, and third column we take the complement of y. So y complement is equal to a double complement. So here we apply a equal to 0. When we apply a equal to 0, we get the y is equal to a bar as 1, and again we take the complement of y, so we get the output as 0. Now we apply a equal to 1, we get the complement of 1 is 0, and again we take the complement, so we get the output as 1. So in this way we prove that a double complement is nothing but the a. Next is the laws of commutation. So here we consider that a dot b is equal to b dot a. So this equation indicate that if we make the AND operation and AND operation has the first input is a and second input is b, it equivalent to the first input is b and the second input is a. Second is the a plus b is equal to b plus a. So again it indicate that when we add a plus b, it is equivalent to b plus a. So it means that when we take the OR operation, first input is a and second input is b, it is the same as the first input is b and the second input is a. Next is the laws of association. So laws of association says that if we take the first AND operation of A dot B and then C is exactly equal to the, we take the AND operation of B and C and then take AND operation of A. Second, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus in bracket B plus C. So again it says that we take the first OR operation of two variables and then third it is equivalent to, we take the OR operation of 2 and 3 variables and then we take the OR operation with first variable. Next is the laws of distribution. So laws of distribution says that A dot B plus A dot C is equal to A in bracket B plus C. So here what we consider? We consider that the A term in first term and the second term is common. So we take the A common and we write in bracket B plus C. Next is the A plus B into A plus C is equal to A plus B dot C. So here we have to make the proof for that particular equation. So we write as A plus B into A plus C is equal to A dot A plus A dot B plus A dot C plus B dot C. So here we observe that the A variable is common in first term, second term and third term. So we take the A common and we write in bracket 1 plus B plus C plus BC. Now what happened? 1 plus B plus C has the value 1. So we write as A dot 1 plus BC. So we get the equation as A plus BC because A dot 1 is again A. That's why we write A plus B dot C. So in this way we get the right hand side. So we make the proof here A plus B into A plus C is equal to A plus BC. Next is the laws of absorption. Here A in bracket A plus B is equal to A. Again we have to make the proof for that particular equation. So we write the equation as A in bracket A plus B is equal to A dot A plus A dot B. So here A dot A is nothing but the A. It is the rule of tautology. So we write as A plus A dot B and again we take the A term as a common. So we get the equation as A in bracket 1 plus B. So 1 plus B, again it is the laws of union. It says that 1 plus B is nothing but the 1. So we write as A dot 1. So we get the equation as A in bracket A plus B is equal to A, which is nothing but the right hand side. So again we take the second laws. A plus A dot B is equal to A. So here we consider the left hand side. A plus A dot B is equal to A in bracket 1 plus B. So here again 1 plus B is equal to 1. So we write as A dot 1 and we get the output equation as a A. So this is nothing but the right hand side. And it is the third rule. A in bracket A bar plus B is equal to A dot B. So again we take the left hand side. We write A in bracket A bar plus B is equal to, we make the multiplication A dot A bar plus A dot B. So again A dot A bar is become 0 plus A dot B is remains as it is. So we get the right hand side A dot B. Now the fourth rule, A dot B plus B bar is equal to A plus B bar. Again we take the left hand side and here what we consider A dot B plus B bar dot 1, because we know that by default 1 is always present there. But now what we have to do, those 1 is representing as 1 plus A, because 1 plus A is equal to again 1. So we write as A dot B plus B bar in bracket A plus 1. So again we make the multiplication A dot B plus B bar dot A plus B bar dot 1. Now what we do, in first two terms A is become common. So we take the common A and we write A in bracket B plus B bar plus b bar dot 1. So b plus b bar is what? It become 1. So we write as a dot 1 plus b bar dot 1. So it is nothing but the a plus b bar. So this is nothing but the right hand side. Now again we take the next equation or next laws. A dot b bar plus b is equal to a plus b. Again we take the left hand side. A dot b bar plus b dot 1. Again we use the same rules. B dot 1 is default present there, so those 1 is considered as 1 plus a. So we write the next step, a dot b bar plus b in bracket a plus 1. So here we have to make the multiplication, a dot b bar plus b dot a plus b dot 1. So again we take the a common and we write the equation as a in bracket b bar plus b plus b. So b bar plus b is nothing but the 1. So we write as a plus b, which is nothing but the right hand side of that particular equation. Next theorem is De Morgan's theorem. De Morgan's proposed two theorems which have become important part of Boolean algebra. We focus on theorem first. A dot b whole complement is equal to a bar plus b bar. This theorem states that the complement of product is equal to the sum of complements, and we represent this equation in logical diagram as first term is nothing but the NAND gate. This NAND gate indicate that it has two inputs a and b and get the equation as a dot b whole complement. This equation is represented in equivalent form as of this diagram. So here what we consider that a dot b bar is equal to a bar plus b bar. So we create the diagram here for a bar plus b bar. We consider the two inverter. One inverter has input a and it produces the output a bar. Second inverter has the input b and it produces the output as b bar. Those a bar and b bar is applied to the OR gate and it produces the output as a bar plus b bar. Now this theorem is proved by a proof table. Here we have a proof table. We consider that a and b are the two inputs and those inputs has the combination 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Now we make the AND operation of a and b. We know that if the a and b are 0 0, we get the output for AND gate is 0. For 0 1 again we get the output 0. For 1 0 again we get the output 0, and for 1 1 we get the output as 1. Now we have to find out the complement of a bar. So here we write if a equal to 0, a bar is become 1. A equal to 0, again a bar become 1. For a equal to 1 we get the a bar equal to 0, and a equal to 1 again we get the a bar is equal to 0. For b bar, if we consider the value of b equal to 0, we get the b bar equal to 1. If we consider b equal to 1, we get the complement of b is 0. If value of b equal to 0, we get the complement as a 1, and again if the value of b equal to 1, we get the complement b bar equal to 0. Now if we take the inversion or complement of a dot b, then what happen? A dot b complement is become 1. For 0 it get output 1. For 0 again it get output 1. For 0 again we get the output 1, and for 1 we get the output as 0. Now we have to make the summation a bar plus b bar. So here a bar value has the 1 and b bar value has the 1. So 1 plus 1 is become 1. 1 plus 0 is become 1. 0 plus 1 again become 1, and 0 plus 0 is become 0. So this indicate that a dot b whole complement is equal to a bar plus b bar. Now we goes to the second theorem. Second theorem says that a plus b whole complement is equal to a bar dot b bar. So the law state that the complement of sum is equal to the product of complements, and again we create the diagram for it. So left hand side indicate that it is nothing but the NOR gate which has two inputs A and B and produce the output as A plus B whole complement. So this is nothing but the equivalent for A bar dot B bar. So this diagram indicate that it is nothing but the output of A bar dot B bar. So here we consider the two inverters. One inverter has one input as a A and the second inverter has input B. So first inverter produce the output A bar and the second inverter produce the output B bar. So those A bar and B bar is applied to the AND gate and we get the output as A bar dot B bar. Again we have to prove it. So for that purpose we draw the proof table. Again table has two inputs A and B and the combination has 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Now we have to perform the OR operation for A and B. So when the A equal to 0, B equal to 0, we get the OR output as 0. For 0 1 we get the OR output 1. For 1 0 we get the OR output as 1, and for 1 1 we get the OR output as 1. Again we write the complement of A and complement of B. So here for complement of A we get the output as 1 1 0 0, and for complement of B we get the output as 1 0 1 0. So here again we take the complement of OR gate. So it is nothing but the A plus B complement, and here for 0 we get the output as 1, and for all ones we get the output as 0. Now again we have to find out the AND operation for A bar and B bar. So 1 1 it is nothing but the representation of 1, because A bar is become 1 and B bar become 1. So both input is 1, so we get the output of AND gate is 1. But when the both input is not 1, then we get the output as 0. So here A bar is become 1 but B bar is become 0, so we get the output 0. For A bar equal to 0, B bar equal to 1, again we get the output 0, and for A bar and B bar both are 0, then we get the output as 0. These two column indicate that we prove the De Morgan's theorem second. It indicate that A plus B whole complement is equal to A bar dot B bar. So in this way we prove the De Morgan's theorem first and De Morgan's theorem second. In next video we have to study how to simplify the logical expression by using Boolean algebra. Thank you.